Yeah, we had some fun, did some stuff. And I don't know. I thought it went well. It was a nice reminder to look at some positional stuff, and I think it actually helped me in one of my games that I played immediately after. It gave me a little bit of that thought of like, maybe I need to look at, you know, how to set up my pawn structure for where he wants to play. So, yeah, Liz is always super fun. She was very tired today. I don't think she slept enough. 687 MF is the amount of magic fund that I have currently. Adult Coca-Cola. Is that Diet Coke? Because as adults, we're trying to keep our sugar intake low, you know.
For more than 26 months now, I have come here regularly to watch this man look for a stick. Maybe today is the day Llama will learn the most important lesson of all, which is...
Wait, what's the most important lesson? When you put it like that, it sounds less exciting. Mr. Llama's been looking for a stick for years. Should really rephrase that. Wow, Natty's Claw. Natty's Claw. I will try. Properties. Nat's Claw. Thank you, Sudden Dan. Thank you, Puce. Smelling awful Mang song in here, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say you're looking for a digital stick in a video game.
Just give it up. Give it up. There you go. That sounds way more impressive, I think. Ever thought about getting good at PvP? I am good at PvP. But I know what you mean, like becoming a PvP god in D2. The biggest thing with that is...
A 26-month-old stick?
What?
Extra cheese.
Well, that sounds strange. It's just a weird sentence. Thanks, Grimy. The biggest issue I have with that...
Reminder today is the first day of Sorc. Subscribe now for audio.
There's no...
GID.
No subscribe now for audio. It's not a thing. Gosh dang, I've lost my train of thought. I was saying... Oh yeah, PvP. The biggest thing is you have to, like, spend a lot of time collecting all the gear. Like, you know, a lot of the PvPers that are god at PvP have, like, characters worth 30,000 forum gold or 100,000 forum whatever stuff, you know. And they're just stacked with, like, bug towels and all sorts of things. Like, the gear intensity is so crazy on it, and I just don't really want to go and do JSP and all that stuff, and it's kind of a requirement for it. So.
Interruptions interrupt interruptible sentences that are interrupted intrusively.
Sounds about right. Thanks, Evo. Otherwise... I mean, that's why I like doing, like, Iron Mans and stuff. You know, I love that PvP. I have a great time doing that. Oh, I need to, yeah, set up the Twitch plugin. Sorry. Thank you. Become a single-player PvP god? There you go. That's true. There are the PvP servers with perfect gear, like, modded in already or whatnot. That would be a potential way.
Join my army of the dead.
For some reason my summons Necro is stuck on Andariel with her IO doll mechanic wand. What do I do?
If you're stuck on Andariel, use a Clay Golem and Iron Maiden. Assuming you mean on normal. IO doll mechanic one. Just got that. I was wondering what that was. Also, make a proper white wand.
Hype train? What is that? Some sort of hippie pipe that looks like a locomotive?
Hey, there's a hype train. That's right. It's a hippie pipe.
Fresh meat.
Engineer this. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. Hippie hype train. So tomorrow we have Twitch Rivals. And we are going to be playing with Nemo as our brain. I'll be the hand. It's a hand and brain Twitch
Hype
Rivals.
train must be an early sign for Mang songs.
That's my thoughts exactly. Must be. Hey, Moon.
A gift for you.
Every
Thank you,
time we
Hamacher.
move MVS back a week, we get scammed out of our monthly punishment, or help, spin because we have to resub before we get to the weekend.
That's right.
Kylie rigged, how about we do another 2 subs for 1 gamble wheel again this week?
What?
Fresh meat.
Made of you! Wow! With 10 gifted subs. Goodness gracious.
Fresh meat.
Mwah! Throw some love. That's crazy, Made of you. You
Are we all
crazy.
aboard the hype train or derailing trains of thought?
Also, SN Treppy, Mad Matt, Just Okay, and Evo,
So
thank
glad
you. But
decided
wow.
to go full time. Thanks
a lot.
for the great content, Mr. Llama. Mr. Llama
Aw,
cool. Mr.
thank
Llama
you.
cool. Mr. Llama cool.
You know why I could go full time? Because people like you supported me, and I
Nemo,
appreciate
wait.
that.
Someone found Nemo? Spoiler alert. Mr. Llama raged.
Yes, Nemo has been found. I guess he didn't finish that movie.
A gift for you.
Let's get that stick.
Also, thank you to Xenos Guy for the gifted sub. My goodness.
Good day.
Will Nemo talk to me in Polish? No, we're not doing the Polish. No way, Ham Watcher.
A hype train is a train that carries the crew of an Australian news magazine.
Oh, it's good to know.
Xeno's guy gifted a tier 1 sub to Tanaki.
Thank you. So yeah, there's rivals tomorrow. I have Nemo. We didn't do MVS because I needed a little break. And instead I did a dual stream where I did 2 speedruns at the same time. That video is up on YouTube. And it was not a break. So I took all of Sunday off to break. Also, my hand was really cramping badly.
Eco Green 100% plastic coal for the hype train.
There you go. Eco green plastic coal for the hype train. Thank you, Moon. No, Ham. We'll just do it next month or week. Yeah, so there's gonna be hand and brain for it, which
This
is
message will
awesome.
increase your chances of finding Mang
Thanks,
songs
Cravey.
lesson by 250% for 2 hours.
I like it. I need it. So, the teams are all over the place, you guys. It's insane.
Can't wait for those yellow archon staves this run. It's gonna be so dope. I am over the
Thank you, Nighthawk. It's actually crazy how like unfair the teams are stacked. I actually think I have a good team. Nemo's very strong, you know. Moon with 5 gifted. I don't know if the teams are shareable yet. The only one that I know is public is actually, let me look. Moon with 5 gifted subs. Y'all crazy. Let me look and see. You can share who you're playing with. That doesn't mean we can share everybody. But basically, Hikaru somehow got put with Hutch. And Hutch might be one of the strongest players. I do not know all of the people that are playing. But Hutch is very good. I don't know how he got Hikaru instead of someone like
Fresh meat.
Cutie, Cutie Cinderella or someone like that. So that's going to be a nasty pairing. I think they'll be favorites. D2 Pilot, thank you so much.
Hype equals hope you pick up Mang
My
Song's
goodness. That's a fat train.
Fresh meat.
Mwah! Thank you, Nada Denali, as well. I'll take Jake Gyllenhaal. My goodness gracious. Y'all are too kind, you know that? That's true, Jimmy.
Good day.
Need to be very, like, particular about my hand right now. Gotta take it easy. It's been cramping.
Fresh meat.
AWOD paying it forward.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to _Mark.
Let me give her the gifted sub. Ow. $169. Nice. My hand is my job now. I know. I need to start icing it and
Give us Mang Songs.
all that stuff. That dual speed run was brutal on it. I'll tell you what. That was like so brutal. Yeah, we need to do some stretching. Whew. Whew. How are the first couple weeks of full-time stream going? Well, let's see. We had a blizzard. Our water was out for a day and a half. I wasn't able to go anywhere and get any water. My neighbor's pipes burst. Kylie had the flu.
Jobless hobo magic find Monday. A blizzard.
It's been pretty good. Moon Man, thank you, and thank you to Lord Razor as well. But despite all of that, I have an amazing community. Diablo 2 Resurrected got announced. We're having a lot of fun. I hit 1600 in chess.
Mang Song Monday Munchies means magical mysterious Mexicans meandered into chat.
Your presence honors me.
Will the Synergy company design a custom letterhead? Of course they will. Of course. We're in Twitch Rivals. And we're in another Twitch Rivals as well in a few more weeks. So we're in 2 Twitch Rivals now, which is cool.
Fresh meat.
Yo, thank you, Razor Blade. Appreciate that. Welcome to Llamas of the Round. Hi, Shadow. MF Paladin, 9MF.
Fresh meat.
Nice. There you go. Get you that Pelta Lunata. It's a nice shield to start out. Jack Dozier and your mama.
I can't wait for remastered finally console play.
Me too. I'm not gonna lie. Fall Guys, Jimmy.
Hey Llama.
Hey.
Nice sketches there on Saturday. Can you do me a favor and get me Kenan Thompson's autograph next weekend? Thanks, Pete.
I'm not Pete Davidson. I look nothing like Pete Davidson. Gosh dang it, Evo. There is not any similarity whatsoever. Here. Pete Davidson.
A gift for you.
Can someone tell me why the name Hammerdin is banned for Diablo 3 characters? Llama, please help me understand.
Does this look anything like me? Nothing.
Help me.
Twins.
I mean, it's not even close. Oops. It's not even close.
Join my army of the dead.
Ridiculous.
You guys are twins.
Absolutely ridiculous. There's not even close. Maybe that's a bad picture.
Join my army of the dead.
OMG, you're Pete Davidson.
I mean, there's no, you can't even. He.
My army of the dead.
Now that you shaved, you went from Happy Gilmore Caddy and upgraded to John Mulaney minus the drug problem.
Wow.
I hope.
Wow. Nothing. Nothing the same. I don't even know who that guy looks like.
Your presence honors me.
Thank you, Maid. Thank you, Dottie. Rebel, Sertus and your mama. Show that Pete Davidson deepfake. I can't because I'll get a copyright probably. We could maybe show a little bit of it. I have to find it. It's pretty awful. I don't like it because I'm not gonna lie, it fooled me for a minute. I don't like it. Feels like that pastel. I'm older.
John Mulaney is
What?
a real comedian, while Pete Davidson is a newcomer.
I feel like I
Hey, Pete Davidson is a bit younger than Llama, so who looks like who, huh?
I really thought he was older. It makes me feel kind of worse. What am I doing with my life? What am I doing? He's only 27? The heck? Crap, he's young. Rabisco. Good lord, he's a little zoomer.
Fresh meat.
Got Cassidy, thank you very much. Dual Nagels? No, one of my rings is MF and with FCR life. Pete Davidson didn't do any drugs. He's a clean boy. I'm born in 1990. Still the 90s. Still the 90s. Best decade. It really was, wasn't it? It really was a great decade. Like the 90s are just kind of
Where can I take you?
out there, you know?
Join my army of the dead.
I just remembered the best Twitch comment I heard from your YouTube. Puckering flower picture.
Wow. Don't know what that's even supposed to be referring to. Just a regular flower. Like the 90s were just classic. They were just 90s, you know? They weren't crazy. They weren't like insane big wars or whatever stuff, but it was just 90s. The internet was just kind of coming around. Everything was just like ridiculous. All the ads were just like, you know, a kid with cool shades on a skateboard being like, Yahoo! And then, you know, it's like, zoo! Lightning bolts across the screen. And like, you know, it's just like Surge and stuff. Like everything was just they were a great time. Yeah, there wasn't all the like stupid, like now it's like all the social media drama and, you know, all the fascism and you know, whatever mess. We're just a giant mess of everything.
90s NSFW websites loaded slower than my Sunday driver grandma.
That is true. But back then, nah, man, 90s were it. All right. Evo has sent us a look at an SNL skit.
You're watching.
I cannot watch. Can't watch a lot of it. All right, we'll skip ahead. It's not. This is Pete Davidson. Okay.
Join my army of the dead.
AOL Instant Messenger was better than anything we have today.
Deepfakes are getting scary, man. That is a deepfake. That's my face. It's uncomfortable. Thanks, your mama.
Your presence
Right?
honors me.
Instant Messenger was the best. Time for Mang songs? It is. So yeah, I don't know. All I know is 90s were just a great time. '2000s were not near as great. The 20 teens, probably even worse.
Good day.
Yeah, the first decade was the best decade for sure. Thank you, I did. Yeah, I love items being crazy rare.
A gift for you.
Haggard, thank you. I think it's fun. Yeah, it's hard to be like, I'm not sure if I miss when I was a kid or if I just miss the 90s. And I think I miss the 90s more. Because to be honest, I kind of hated being a kid. You know what the worst part about being a kid is? If your kids are listening, maybe they should turn this off or they're gonna get ideas. The worst part about being a kid was that people had power over you just because they were older than you.
I think 05 was where
It didn't matter if they were smarter.
Let go.
It didn't matter if they were right. All that mattered was they were just older. And it was the dumbest thing in the world. And I remember hating it so much.
That was amazing. I hope you married her.
Thanks, Darth. I did not, but thank you. And thanks, Dottie. Yeah, and it was like, the thing was, I knew adults were dumb back then. And I couldn't do anything about it. My teacher would make a stupid decision about something. And I'd be like, hey, that's kind of a dumb call. And they'd be like, well, you gotta listen to me, because I'm the teacher, and I'm older. And it was like, well, that's kind of dumb.
It was a lot easier in the 90s to run away. You could leave your wife and move 10 miles and start a new life. It was okay.
That is true. So much harder to do that now. Wait, what? Like, so many times. Or you'd go and you'd want to do something, they'd be like, you need a parent to do that. Even when I was like 16 or 17, I'd be like, hey, I just want to open an IRA or something. And they'd be like, you need a parent to open an IRA. What do you mean I need a parent? Just open the stupid thing. And I hated it. I hated everything when I was a child. That everything was you need a parent or you just are wrong and I'm right because I'm older and I'm the authority because I'm older.
Your mama could send you to buy cigarettes. It was a great time.
That is true. I hope it won't be bought RMT Fest. Imagine 17-year-old Llama opening an IRA. I did open an IRA when I was 17. Maybe 16. But I had to have my parents... Did I have money at 16 to open an IRA? So when I was... Thank you, Spartan Pop. When I was 12 to 14, I played a lot of games online. And so one game that I used to play was called the Ultimate Businessman. Thank you, Vanilla. I don't know if anybody else had played that game in the past. It was a very small game, little browser-based game. But it was called the Ultimate Businessman. And basically every 10 days, you could have a chance to win money. Oh, I want the skull if it's flawless. Nope. And I think so as well, Arnold. And so, you know, it'd be a couple $100, whatever. And usually I had to put money in, and then there was a prize pool and all that stuff.
Well, I am an adult now, and I am still waiting for the supervision to kick in.
Me too. Where's my supervision? Or my invisibility or something? Oh, you played Dope Wars? Okay, yeah. I think that site was connected to it, right? It was like the same site. There were like 3 different versions of it or something. Anyways, so I was in the best guild on that game, and so, you know, so we used to play, and so I'd win a little bit of money with that. So I think, you know, in the end I made like $1,500 from it or something.
I invested everything into Enron. Things are looking good. Can't wait to retire like Bush Sr.
That's right. Any day now.
Ira, maybe my father would channel his Irish ancestry and approve of me opening one of those.
Thank you. And then I also played a Facebook game called War Book. And well, this is the whole thing where I pretended to be a girl, and then I married the best player in the game, who was like the king of the game, and I became his queen, and then I became rich in the game. Ignore all of that stuff. Ultimately, I became one of the richest people in the game, And I found that, thank you, Vanilla.
_Fella69 gifted a tier 1 sub to Cardot.
I found that the gold was exponential. So I was producing billions of gold every hour. And the people who were, like, a lot of the player base was producing, you know, maybe 1 million gold an hour. So I was producing more gold than they would produce, like, you know, in an hour than they'd produce, like, the whole time playing the game.
Pretended to be a girl? You know there's a whole flag for you now, 2021.
Thank you. And so I asked the developers, I was like, hey, do you mind if I sell some of the gold I make? And they were like, yeah, go ahead. Thanks, easy peasy. So then I started selling gold and made a few $1,000 in a couple weeks. And then I bought myself an Xbox 360 with it. And then I put the rest into an IRA. So that was yeah, I was always a little schemer. Did I file taxes? Yeah, I mean, I was 14, so I don't think I had to pay any taxes. My income was like $3,000 for the year.
YAAAAAAAS Queen Llama, you go 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 girl, we got yo back.
Thank you.
Fresh meat.
So, yeah, that whole situation was a crazy one. Thank you, Maid, for converting. But basically, yeah, it was actually funny. So I had many accounts, which you weren't supposed to do, but that was the part that I was doing. So I had my main account. I had the girl account that was the queen of the kingdom. And then, yeah, I was 14 years old. I had $3,000. My parents were like, is this legal? And my brother was like, I can't tell that it's not.
This is Llama SC, Your Highness.
That's right. And then I had another account where I was using my history teacher's profile picture for my profile picture. And so that was the account that I was actually selling everything off of.
Don't worry, kids. I'm in
it's not great.
And over 21. Stay safe, kiddos.
Okay, there you go. Perfect. And so I was using his face and name to sell the gold. And then I would tell people, like, from the Queen account, I'd be like, don't worry, I know this guy and he's cool. He's legit, a legit seller. So I, like, vouched for myself. But, and all, yeah, I had a whole little scheme going. There was maybe some fraud piece in it. I wasn't trying to use his face for the sale purposes. It just kind of ended up that way. I was just trying to find, you know, you had to make a profile
what it's called when you
seem
get a
legit.
Song stuck in your head. Mang Song's lesson.
Mang Song's lesson. So, yeah. So, I mean, it was a whole good thing. But, thanks, Contro. Thanks, Mama.
That was a real problem. Are you also this Nigerian prince I hear my old nana talking about?
That's a separate story. So anyways, with the rest of this story, there's a feud between me and Lord Fluffy? I don't think there is. Oh, I'm the face of Diablo and he thinks he's the face of Diablo, but he's not. It's a fake feud,
Llama,
but sure.
Playthrough videos normal rainbows is super useful, especially for remaster.
He knows it's me.
However, there is one concern though. I mean, most of your guides require really hard to find runes to make rune word items that we don't really have access to early on.
Right.
Or unless we do 10 to 20 hours of farming to find.
Well, that's why I suggest items that don't require that. Like, I'm like, hey, eventually you'll want grief, but that could take many hours of farming. So, instead, you can use this item, or use a black here, or use whatever, you know, that's the... All of my guides should have endgame best gear sort of things, but then also have, and here is the alternative you can use along the way if you're farming and, you know, just finding this, this, and this.
Join my army.
When is the video of you being a sub to the Grandmaster this morning going to your OnlyFans? Your Mashas's crowd is foaming at the mouth.
Wow. Thank you.
Join my army of the dead.
Your presence
Guys, you
honors
can't
me.
sit there and tell me that when you were a kid in the 90s you didn't pretend to be a woman and launder money to start an IRA and buy an Xbox.
See?
Stop pretending.
Stop pretending, chat.
Lol Llama gets a totally legit email from a Nigerian prince. You're supposed to ignore that email, Llama, not offer to be his princess.
Alright, so the way it worked is he was the richest guy in the game, and he had a bunch of princesses, okay? And one of his princesses quit the game, and so he had an open slot. And so he had a competition on the forums where whoever could woo him the best would get to be the princess and fill that slot. So I wrote him a very nice poem and wooed him, and he picked me, and then he liked me so much more than the other girls, or maybe guys pretending to be girls, who knows, that he went on and made me the queen. And so then as the queen, people just gave me free stuff all the time because it was their offerings and things, you know. That was a way to get in the good graces of the king and not get destroyed by our armies and things like that. So, you know, and people wouldn't attack me and all sorts of stuff. And so I grew massively and became one of the strongest players in the game very quickly. Because, well, I was the queen. Reveal the poem? I don't know where that poem is anymore. Actually.
Join my army of the dead.
Hold on.
Or, you could have gotten a paper route or collected cans.
Hold on. No, I'm done, Facebook. I don't want to see your thing. Is this the profile? This is. Oh, God. I think I just posted it on the forums, though, so there's no way I'll be able to find it. Wow, I had so many thirsty guys messaging me.
Join my army of the dead.
Do you think the controller for D2 Remastered will be the superior option? Sometimes hours of bone, I mean pound, I mean, you know, slaying dudes is hard on the wrist.
Hi, Julia. Her name was Julia. I'm very impressed with the size of your kingdom. I would like to emulate your kingdom, but perhaps stay a bit smaller so I can participate in some attacks. What would you recommend me keeping my ratios? And then I give him that. Thanks for the tip. And by the way, magically making 13 million appear is very impressive. Congrats on making the knight captain. I'm in your orders. I don't know what any of this means. I have no clue, but apparently that's one of my knights or something. 13 years ago. Holy crap. Wow. What is going on? This is ridiculous. I wonder if Warbook is still a game that I have like on this account or something. I would love this to find that. I mean, this is fascinating.
My army of the dead.
Sounds like a ratio of 1-to-1 kingdom for kingdom. Whoever's is bigger wins.
Help me!
Mrs.
Mr.
Llama
did
is
you ever
my
play a browser RPG
IGN.
called Parallel Universe?
Parallel Universe. I did not. I'm sorry. This is fascinating. Oh my god. Okay, this is... I'd love to help out. I am also the wife of John Warbuck. That was the king. So we can always incorporate threats of mage strikes by him if needed. It's so funny. Oh, this is too good. I am the queen. I am the queen. Immortal queen. Bro, this whole account is the funniest thing. Oh, there's John Warbuck.
Join my army of the dead.
Stop hiding all the dirty messages from your harem of gamer girlies. The world deserves to know what is behind the scenes.
I'll be waiting, sweetie. Oh my god. As my wife, I'll send you some free ones from time to time. I'll fake a transaction log for 10 million soldiers for the proposal. What?
My army of the dead.
I don't have the poem
Oh,
here.
wait,
It's
you
on the
did
forums.
In fact, invite me to your wedding. I got an invitation to Julia and John Warbuck's wedding, but I was like, who the heck is that
Oh,
note?
that's what it was. I invited you and you didn't come. No wonder. That chat is too creepy. I can't read any more of it. I'm sorry. I was reading some and there's just, you know, how old was I? So I was 17, I guess. No, it was 14 years that was. I was 16 when I was doing this. The poem is gone. That was on the forums. All we have is our proposal discussions and me asking for, you know, soldiers and things for him to send over to me and stuff like that. Wow. John Warbuck. Love it. And we had the protections of the mage strikes. We could always threaten and stuff. It was great. What was the profile picture? Oh, God. So, I'm pretty sure one of my friends, I was 16, so I was in high school. I think one of my friends
Presence honors me.
sent me a picture of her friend. And was like, here's my friend. She's cute. You two should date. And I was like, nah. But then I had that picture, and I was like, she is cute, though. So I used that picture. So. Yeah. But I used a different name. Her name was not Julia. I created a fake name.
Hello, Mr. Llama. The woman of the John Carbuckle family would like to court you for your soldiers in gold. Please respond with your social security number and we can happily proceed with our polygamous traditions.
Fresh meat. Good day.
Thank you, DP Gamble. I was a kid and I had money signs in my eyes, and I didn't know what catfishing was, or I guess I knew how to do it. What's the harm in pretending to be a queen and getting some big armies, and then making some money? All I wanted was an Xbox 360, okay? And to open an IRA. Was that the first catfish that was invented? I sent you those emails. What's your name? John Warbuck? To be fair, looking through all those messages, I catfished about 30 guys. But I got a lot of free stuff, and I was one of the top members of this game. Hey, I'm pretty sure on my profile I said I was a 15-year-old girl, so who's really the creeps now? Okay.
I am overburdened.
Still me? What? But I was only a 16-year-old boy. This is ridiculous. Not helping my case? Wow. Didn't you guys all do that on free? You went around as a female night elf pretending to be a girl so you could get free gold.
Roll forward 3 years. Accounting girl sees that Llama's phone has her Facebook profile on it and freaks out at him. Llama's reply? Hey now, I was only looking. At least I didn't take some of your photos and unicorns your Iden unicorns so I could get friendly with some guys on Facebook games.
Hey.
Join my army of the dead.
Catfishing old men for an Xbox is a short hop to a primetime slot with Chris Hansen.
Rare say good.
I definitely catfished the happiness out of guys on RuneScape back
See?
in 05.
See? Everybody did a little bit of catfishing back in their day. On AIM, you were 16. F. Callie. Come on. All of you catfished a little bit.
I need a kitchen.
14F Florida HBU. Get a little gold in RuneScape or
For
World of
UM viewers,
Warcraft.
Chris Hansen was the host of a show called To Catch a Predator.
Yes. We all did it. How old am I now? You're 29? I am 16. F. Callie.
Llama has been playing the game since he was 16, and we ain't talking Diablo 2.
It's true. You got all your gear from D2 Legit? Boo. Well, for those of us who couldn't afford to buy everything on D2 Legit, we had to catfish our way into getting that free gear. More? Yeah, I think there will be more, Snake. I think they're doing a lot of great stuff.
Good day.
Haven't changed my ways? Yes, I have. Now I'm a streamer, and you can see that I'm Unfortunately, not a 16-year-old female from Cali. You catfished a man for an Oculus? I'm not the only
Don't
one.
worry about chat. I would say my choice to come to Twitch was 20% llama and 80% chat #pound squad.
Thanks, Urama. Thanks, Chalupian. And now my IRA is worth millions. Well, okay, not millions, but it's worth an okay amount. I'm just saying, y'all catfish for Oculus. I catfish for an Xbox 360 and an IRA funding. So the goals were a bit different, but we had the same idea.
Your presence honors me.
A gift for you.
Hi, Lemon. You could have gone so much further. The glory days of the internet. You could do anything back then. Yeah, go make your Roth 2021 contributions.
68 gifted a tier 1 sub to Narceras.
When do we get a serious rap about what? I wasn't a leech. I was a well-respected queen. Thank you very much. Well-respected queen.
Good day.
Well, you gotta be more appropriate, Robert. Zenadar, thank you. My queen llama. Welcome back, 10 months. Prime time again. Wow. Probably Campbell, but we'll see. Ooh.
Fresh meat.
We'll have a party when we find Mangs. That's what happens. Your mama loves you. Thank you for the sub. Take two.
Your presence honors me.
A gift for you.
Gundam. Thank you.
Night.
It is a Mangs type of night. Let's go to the pits. I want to change the scenery. Change the scenery up. Ghost armor. Spirit Shroud, always a nice little armor. Will I be able to speak if MDA forbids him to speak more about D2R? No.
Good to
Join my army of the dead.
What did you think of Outriders? I was a bit disappointed and hoped for a better Borderlands.
Well, I thought it was fine. To be fair, I haven't played Borderlands. But I thought it was perfectly fine. I enjoyed it. I thought the difficulty was decent in it for the demo. I thought it was totally okay.
Fresh meat.
Yeah, we played Outriders a couple days ago. It's probably good. Mister, thank you. Do I switch from Wicked Fire, Shockwave to Light Sentry Fire Blast? Yeah, I think you want to switch.
The pits are gonna be lucky tonight.
Nice. Thanks, Crod.
Join my army of the dead.
I am a pleb on a PS4, maybe on better setup as have a better time. I apologized for my poorness.
It's all Gucci. Do I have a perfect Shaco? I do. It's not the one that's equipped, though.
Join my army of the dead.
If these pits are anything like mine, you're definitely in for some loot.
Sweet. I sure hope so. $141 is a perfect Shaco. Yeah, I've got it in my stash.
Fresh meat.
Fly, you fools! Thank you very much. Actually, I have two perfect Shakos. One is socketed, so I can actually make a change on it.
I am overburdened.
We can go do that. I am overburdened. Jesus, I hate those guys so much. It's okay, we're 99. I don't care near as much about death. I was trying to heal my mercenary before myself. Right there, actually.
D2 Remastered needs to come out now. How sad is it? I'd rather talk about pounding, I mean slaying dudes on Twitch than actually slay demons in Diablo 3.
Fair, you know. I get it. Thank you, Moom. Thank you, your mom. Yeah, archers are so nasty in here.
Fresh meat.
So nasty. Ragnar, thank you. Welcome.
Fresh
And
meat.
Chi of Monkey. Pendleskin can also do a quick pop. Yeah. But yeah, if I was 98, I would have played that so much safer. Those rejuves would go to me, not my mercenary. Can't wait for remastered. I think that's all of us here, man. I'm ready for that tech alpha. I really hope it's sooner rather than later. Like, I hope tech alpha is like in a month or less, and then there's like a open beta or something. And then, you know, a few months after that. And
Join my army.
I really hope so.
Has to be fairly soon as it's all coming out before Immortal.
Right? coming out before the end of the year, too. Can I stream the tech alpha? Probably not. Probably not. So, tech alpha I'll probably play offline. But beta will be streamable, so... I mean, I'd love to stream it, but I don't know if they'll let us. Maybe they will, because Diablo 2 is not like, you know, like a game that's in development and gonna be really buggy and stuff, you know.
Best game I played last year.
So
sad they didn't win Goy.
I have not played Ghost of Tsushima. Honestly, I don't feel like it got that much hype. Like, some people liked it, but it wasn't, you know, everybody was like crazy about whatever game and stuff. I don't think Ghost was crazy. Farming Sorceress is the easiest farm for just like Farm Mephisto and all those like places to start. Come here, Mings. Come here. I didn't play Dungeon Siege 2. I just played Dungeon Siege 1. We still need to finish that and Titan Quest. I actually think I'm close to finishing both of them. Maybe not Dungeon Siege. I'm close to finishing Titan Quest. I don't remember how close I am on Dungeon Siege.
They we all on the
I
Last
loved
of Us
them.
too. How could you vote for a game that you kill a dog? So sad.
yeah.
I'd rather punch a baby dolphin while burning the Amazon than kill my own doggy in game.
It's true. That is a good point. I mean, maybe we don't have to punch the dolphin, though. Yeah, I run high MF. Kill him. No. That guy. So, yeah, I'm close on finishing both those. I think I have a solo to... I have a guide on how to go from solo. I think it's called like How to MF or something. Should be on ! YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe over on the YouTube. We passed over 100K. I think we're at like 104K already or something. Been crazy the amount of people who have come over and subscribed to the YouTube channel. So if you're on YouTube, don't forget to push that button or something. Additionally, if you're on Twitch, don't let YouTube pass you up and out-subscribe you. Make sure to hit that follow button on Twitch so that Twitch can keep the lead.
Merlama IK.
There you go. Mwah! Thank you. Appreciate that, misters. Sometimes you gotta create fake competitions. I need to hire someone from marketing. Shh.
I was watching National Geographic and learned that llama spit smells like tobacco spit that was left in a beer can outside for a year. What steps are you taking to improve your oral hygiene, llama?
Flossing every night.
A gift to you.
Another
Been a
troll
fan
belt.
For a while now, what's the chances of seeing a DS3 playthrough?
I thought DS3 was awful and not supposed to be talked about. DS3 and Diablo 3 were like...
After watching your guides on YouTube,
goes.
I'm a bit confused. After beating normal, I gave myself the clap like you said.
Right.
Now it's a bit itchy and my girlfriend won't talk to me anymore. Oh well, on to Nightmare.
Well, now you'll have time for Nightmare. There you go, you're welcome. Mr. Llama succeeds again.
Flossing like the Fortnite thing?
Yeah. If you do Fortnite dances, it improves your oral hygiene. Best source build for starter? Yeah, like I said, just if somebody... Do I have a mod in chat? There. Alright, Puce. Puce is here. Perfect. Puce, can you go and find the how to start a magic finding YouTube video from my channel? It shouldn't be that hard. How to magic find in my YouTube should find it, I would imagine. I did, Duffy. I did. Is it Puce or Poos? I think it's either one. Alright, how to build your own sorceress from scratch. MF wrap-up. Perfect. Wow, that looks like a video that should go have a thumbs up on it. Oh, wait. Why am I down here? Wrong area.
Join my army of the dead.
This is the Cheerios company. The sponsorship clearly states that a box of
Thank
Cheerios
you.
should be clearly visible on the kitchen table with the logo clearly readable. Your next check will arrive on Tuesday.
Uh-oh, I think I threw the box out. I just finished eating all of my Cheerios. Cheerios, can I get another box? D2R Holy Grail? Potentially. Saw the GDQ speedrun? Which one?
How long is too long to farm NMF?
Ooh,
I
live.
found
Nice.
an Aki and Viper Magi, but nothing else is dropping.
What else are you looking for? Honestly, Aki and Viper Magi, if you're a sorceress, are probably good enough to keep moving forward.
Join my army of the dead.
YouTube search sucks. I found your necro guide under the keywords bone. Dudes. Bone. I.O. doll. Such a terrible search function.
To be fair, Well, did they remove tagging on YouTube? I tried to tag a video recently, and I couldn't find where to do it. I don't know if it's a thing anymore. You can?
Fresh meat.
Thank you, Girthy. Huh. Can you post what? They made it less relevant.
Hello, Mr. Alex.
I just don't know where to do it.
This is your proctologist speaking. This call is to confirm your appointment for tomorrow. Call us back, please. Oh, by the way, you ain't findin' Mang's song, boy.
What? My proctologist talking trash? Thanks, Garth. Appreciate you coming over. All right, let me see. Analytics, comments, monetization options, edit.
I heard of this great site called Parlor and
Details.
4chan and 8chan. Maybe time to move on from YouTube.
Join my
Oh, it's under show more.
Time for a new
Wow.
butt doctor.
join my army of the dead.
Do you know if
Huh.
breakpoints were developed intentionally? Or were they just a consequence of game logic and actions being tied to a very low frame rate?
Join my army of the dead.
No.
Was hoping to get some Trang's gloves to drop as well, but I think I used up all my RNG.
I think it was just purely based on frame rate. I mean, I think it ended up being intent, like this is how it's working till it works fine, so yada yada yada, but I think it was purely limitation back then. Going to bed. Good night. Time for a new butt doctor, right? One who believes in me.
I can't carry it.
Sounds good, Emery. Yeah. So I was gonna say, to be fair, like 95% of my videos don't have tags on them or descriptions. Thanks, Black Gaver. So that probably definitely hurts the
Gift for you. 12
searchability
months.
of them.
Great time. Don't forget to wipe from back to front. But really you should just invest in a bidet. Stop being a gross American.
Probably true. No, searchability. I should fire my editor? Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's me. I had a call with, like, YouTube reached out or whatever, and they were like, hey, we're gonna, like, give you a chat with a partner rep for, like, improving your channel and all these things and whatever, and I was like, cool. Oh, battle staff. And I got on and had the call with the guy, and he was like, yeah, none of your videos have descriptions or tags or thumbnails. So you should make your videos have those things. I was like, that's it? He was like, yep. So that was my YouTube partner rep discussion. It was very good. Thanks, Sir Carrot Cake.
Join my army of the dead.
Hi, this is a representative from my Tushy, and I would like to invite all of you to for all your bidet needs.
Oh, yeah, my tushy. It was very helpful. I was so happy I signed up. Thumbnails are actually OP though. Probably, but it's always clickbait thumbnails that actually do well. Like if you just make a regular decent thumbnail, it's like, eh. But if you're like, or you put yourself crying on the front, you get like 3 times the number of views. And it's really stupid. And I hate it.
Dude, you're
I don't do
pale,
it,
you
but
doing okay?
yeah,
Early cold? Or
I'm
the
good.
I don't have a job no more therefore I don't get out of my home disease?
Well, yeah, that one's kind of, that's the disease I have.
Join my army of the dead.
10,000 Swampy Pit runs. You won't believe what happens on run 5,519.
That's true. Let's see. I wonder, hold up. Video details. Towels brought me to tears. How do I view on YouTube? Yeah. Did well. People like it stuff.
You need to use the same thumbnails that you use for your OnlyFans content. Stop skimping out if you want to run with the big boys of YouTube.
Wow. No, I think the shared stash will be just in the game. I don't think it'll be a paid thing. Mangs has to be somewhere, you guys. It has to be.
Impossible.
Right? Lord. Nothing's confirmed yet with that stuff, like Cow King or any of that.
Do you think shared stash will actually be big enough?
Yeah. Well, I think the thing is, as long as you have one shared stash or a couple of them, you're fine.
Easy algorithm, your face on any corner, Pog champ the look of it, put jebaited fluffy bunnies, you won't believe what happened blah blah blah, and
Yep.
add a pun, boom done, 400k views in 24 hours. Bam.
It is true. It is a very good point. No, I like if as long as you have one shared stash, you can have all of your mules still, and then you just put the items from there, so you no longer have to do like muling across
Happy
characters.
17 month.
You'll still use the personal stashes of mules, though, you know. But I think having 3 or 4 tabs will be nice. You can have all your tradables in there. Snapper, thank you. Also, hi, Lamatad. How you doing? I do try swinging. I try all the days. I doubt you'll pay for more tabs. It didn't seem like a thing, but who knows? Maybe that'll change. Yeah, as long as I have one character or one shared stash tab, I'm happy. The other ones will just be bonus, you know. Yeah, I'll play some of the PD2 season. Are me and that cute chess girl gonna play again? Bro, I've played with like 15 cute chess girls. You're really gonna have to hone in on a name here. That's not bragging. That's just like, dang, every girl that plays chess is cute for some reason. It's ridiculous. Nice, Q. Apprentice. Yeah, we'll play... Is it next week we're playing again? We'll do some more. D3 Master, probably like 8-9 months. Tomorrow I'm going to be playing with Nemo. So that'll be fun. We're going to be taking on Hikaru and Levy and Eric Rosen and all sorts of people. I was about to grab the experience shrine like I'm not level 99. Any new guides for D2 coming up? What guides do y'all want next? I guess is the question. I guess we need to go to which character. Let's make another YouTube poll. People seem to like those. New poll. What character guides would you like to see next?
A gift for you.
We did the Necro, so now we need to do Sorceress, Barbarian, Amazon, Assassin, or Druid, right? Because we did Necro and we did Paladin. Post. Okay, there you go, everybody. Go vote.
We need guide for how to rain down fiery balls on dudes as a sorceress.
Well, I am your man. You had me at balls.
Where's the catfish build?
It's not a catfish build. We don't catfish in this channel. That was one time 13 years ago.
I'm trying to see the fluffy bunny's legs, Mr. Llama Sweat.
Okay, 30 times 13 years ago. And maybe a few other times since then. But thanks, Prof. Wacky and Snapper. Very much. Thank you. Yamama, Xenos, and Maid of Hue. Will there be synergy balance, like someone to boost Barb Whirlwind? What? Necro Guide? I already did Necro Guides. If you check out the channel, we've got Necro Guides for Summon Necro, Bone Necro, and Poison Necro, which I'm pretty sure are all of the Necro builds. So I don't think there's anything left. Hybrid? I mean, those guides kind of cover like how you'll run with a hybrid, you know. But even then, like, what hybrid are you really doing, you know? So, yeah, we've got all the necro guides covered there. You can probably think about updating some of your older videos. You have some that haven't aged well. Which ones? The biggest ones I can think about are the how to speedrun. Those haven't aged crazy well. They're still okay, but...
And social security, I, John Smarmuckle, will give my 15 daughters to you in exchange for your kingdom and continued guides on D2 but hopefully Meteor Sorceress.
Sounds good. Ow. Move. Sorry, gazinked. Still no mangs. Hey, Nucleon. Still no mangs. John Smarmuckle. It's a good name. Pretty even split in the poll so far. What character will I start PD2 season with? I don't know. I did Amazon last time, so I'm very familiar with Amazon, but I don't think I want to do it again. Though I could go Boson this time. That'd be maybe fun. Yeah, I'm not sure what character I want to run. How'd chess go? Good. Twitch Rivals tomorrow. So, hopefully we are ready for it. Do I plan on playing D2 Remastered? Yeah, I'd say I do. Is Amazon my favorite? No, but I like the Amazon as a character. I love Bosons, even though I don't get to play much Boson in D2. Do I like her new face? The Gramazon? Yeah, now she looks good. Before she looked all like, you know, young and hot and stuff, and it was like, nah, this isn't the Amazon I was hoping for. But now it's like, Granny. Do uniques have a no drop chance on P1? Uniques? Uniques don't have a no drop chance. Do you mean items? Oh, unique monsters. No. Sorry. Thought you meant items. I was like, what are you talking about? They always, P1, P8 doesn't matter. Uniques always drop one item, so. That's why it doesn't matter really. Only the minions get a small buff. Otherwise, bone shield. I haven't decided any characters yet. For any mod or any starts. I usually, once again, I'm usually deciding those pretty like close to that time because I'm talking with my team and we're figuring out who wants to do what who wants what characters, all that stuff. So I'd probably like a sorceress because then I can go farm a bunch. That would be my initial like hope. But I mean, I think everybody's gonna want the sorceress, except a couple people. Like Kano might play druid, and couples might play here and there, but
And yes, THICC blonde mean looking ladies with a pretty face.
We're gonna all fight
llama,
over it.
Don't forget to present your used mattress. By the way, I wish I was a mod, so I can make all kinds of dumb polls.
you will
Have
never
and
be
bring
mod.
justice to a few people XD, but really, I have a poll I want people to run. It's about D2 remaster first or Mang's song. Vote now.
No.
Join my army of the dead.
If your minions are bones and you are a bone master and have a bone armor, why come you can't wrap your bony minions in bone armor?
That's a good point. Very good point. Of course not. Ooh. Ethgaze? Aw. 6-8. MF on the Zon is hard. If I'm ever a Zon, I go and do like cows and stuff. You just have to run like high density. Till you get like enough runes for infinity, and then you can run like chaos and start to go hard in places. I'd say I've probably played about 27,000 hours of D2. It might be a little more. It's hard to fully guess it. Yeah, I like players 1 for the speed. Don't think you've been alive for that long. It's only like 3 years. Am I physically capable of enjoying any other game? Sure. I mean, in the past year alone, I've played 4,000 chess games just about. 3,800. 600 of which were bullet. So a majority were blitz and rapid. I'd say that's pretty enjoyed. I've got thousands of hours in StarCraft and StarCraft 2 each. I've got thousands of hours in Dota and Dota 2 as well. Yeah. How'd I pick up D2? Friend's house when I was a kid. Loved it since then. First character was a summon necro, but he wasn't very good.
My sister has about 40k hours in WoW.
Sounds pretty hot to me.
It looks like teleport doesn't move the character but moves the map. It's so weird, I can't get used to it and die so much.
I've never had that problem. I'm just saying, she was probably the popular girl in school, right?
I am
my kind of girl. A lot of it was the idle time. That is true. You do get idle time counted in World of Warcraft. I'm counting pure play hours. No idle time with my counts. Regardless, I'd say she got her money's worth. Once you get 40,000 hours in the game, that's when it becomes worth it. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't have 20,000 hours plus in many games or a game. But when your life is playing video games, I would definitely say it helps.
Join my army of the dead.
She's never had a real job, as I like to call it. Part-time graphic design, that's it.
Nice. Hey man, World of Warcraft is a real job, alright? She's living her best life. Exactly. Mom! Bathroom! Third time's the charm. Live to win.
Join my army of the dead.
Mom, hello, mom, mother, mama, meatloaf now.
Meatloaf. Love that montage. I shouldn't have shaved. Half the people tell me to shave, half say don't. First time watching on Twitch? Welcome over to Twitch. Well, everybody, Mr. Scene. This is his first time at Twitch. You know what we do with that. Welcome to Twitch. It is so nice to have you on our Twitch stream, Mr. San. Everybody in chat, please at Mr. San and give him a little howdy ho. Back to our content. Wait, where'd he go? Mr. Sen. Mr. Sen, where are you? Uh-oh. Must have had something come up.
Not enough mana. I am overburdened.
I clearly joined Twitch at the wrong time. I didn't get a dance. We do that for all of the people who come over from YouTube and it's their first time on Twitch.
Fresh meat.
Nummy Jammers. It's a name. Thank you.
Fresh meat.
Mr. Sen with 5 gifted subs. Wow. Wowee. That's the first time the dance has not sent the person away. Mwah!
I am overburdened.
Oh, wow. Our first successful dance, you guys. We're moving on up. Thanks, bud. Welcome over. You're watching the 2 characters, 1 man speedrun on YouTube right now? That was a crazy one. That was a crazy one. Can I organize my YouTube videos? I don't know how to organize them. What do I do to organize them? I can put them in playlists, and I have some of those, but beyond that, I don't know what you're supposed to do. And even then, like, all of my Holy Grail videos go into a Holy Grail playlist. Thanks, Nami. The good old days. Poison Nova is from Ebotted, yeah.
Tank
Tank!
the Armadillo gifted a tier 1 sub to Tyrannosaurus_Steph. They
Thanks,
have
Tank.
given 18 gift subs in the channel.
Appreciate that. Speedruns, character guides. I mean, I feel like it's already kind of there. Nedius, thank you very much. Also, thanks, Vince. Welcome over. What happens if you hit the 2,800 sub count? We do a hell-guided playthrough of a zealot.
At MR Llama SC, what are your thoughts on spell graphics for D2R? My first impression is that the visual acuity is overall worse than original. I know this is a big complaint Grubby brings up about W3 Reforged.
Fresh meat.
They said they're gonna change that though some to improve it, to try and match it more. FDA approved. Thank you. All right, let's see what playlist we have. How do I go to my playlist? Playlist. We have Holy Grail Source, the D2 Arena Games. Don't know why that's a playlist. Holy Grail Source GG Finds, Path of Exile. I have 72 Path of Exile videos. Holy cow. I've played a lot of PoE. Diablo 4. StarCraft 1 matches.
Fresh meat.
Diablo 2 match fun competition with BT. Diablo 2 guides. Oh, that's got the other. That's the Diablo dailies and things, I guess.
A gift for you.
Laughing face.
That one maybe needs improvement. And Diablo highlights. I don't even know what that is. Oh, there's Diablo dailies. No clue. Okay, so maybe I need a little bit of work in there. Dope Boy Style and Max Wince. Thank you both. Mwah. Use the Stream Elements one. I haven't updated my website in many ways. Look, I'm very busy. I don't have a job. Okay?
I am overburdened.
That takes a lot of work. Probably any amount, white noise. Want to pick up rare boots? I do a lot of times. Sometimes I just get too excited to keep going after Mang songs. Oh, this Poison Nova is from Andy's. Excuse me. I thought you were talking about from my rabies druid. Okay, so let me start a notepad. To-do list. Build guides. Playlist. Guided playthrough playlist. I also need to update my website with all of my guides. And also say I'm full streamer. Okay, I think those are 3 good to do things. There is an MF playlist. MVS playlist. Okay. How to organize a pluggy stash? Don't ask me. A meme playlist with all the meme runs. I guess I'd have to think about what are all the meme runs. I guess like the two, you're saying like the rabies druid, the two-handed, or the blind run probably. I guess we can add meme runs. May runs. The tank. Catfish tutorial for remastered. How to catfish someone into giving you an Oculus. To be fair, I'd be very good at that. Item explanation videos. What does that look like? Because I've done a lot of those things.
Help me!
So what's the deal with this Mang guy? What is this song he's singing? And why doesn't he ever want to give
I don't know if I
lessons?
get into that. G Tetrakai, maybe. I don't know, but I need his lessons. I mean, I've got videos where I talk about... I have to have a video where I talk about, like... that stuff, right? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on mechanics. Wow. Homunculus. How to avoid the most popular D2 scams. That's actually a really good point. That would be a really good video. That would be a really good video. How to avoid the most popular Diablo 2 scams. And then I need to have a video of me going, my items! I hate this stuff so much sometimes. You like the chest and racks videos? Yeah, they're really interesting. Bum, ba, dum, dum. Nice. Do you think you have killed more than 110k rares? Oh, easily. I'm well past it. Ming Songs is living on borrowed time is all I can say. My shirts and my game files. You scammed a guy for a win force when you're 13. I mean, it happens. It happens. Alright, but not the advanced one you said you would do in the newbie video. What's the advanced one I said I would do? Yeah, I've got a key binding video.
I can't carry it.
Are you playing with DE Project Diablo 2 mod? No, this is vanilla with pluggy mod on it for increased stash. Yeah, we've been looking for a while. Does conviction cancel out immunities? It doesn't cancel them out, but it can break immunities sometimes. It depends the character. Or the monster and everything like that. No, that's not my favorite patch. It's basically the same as the last patch. This is just the patch that my pluggy works on. I haven't upgraded to the 1.14 pluggy yet, because I don't want to break my pluggy. Hello. Yeah, gameplay, there's like a tiny merce glitchy bug that they kind of fixed or something, but nothing anybody will notice. My integration with Twitch, that could be an okay video. I don't know how many people are trying to stream Diablo 2 and want to get full crazy setups with all the plugins and stuff though. What animal terrifies me the most? I mean, many, you know. Many animals do. It depends. They terrify in different ways. Giant whales are pretty terrifying just because they can kill you without even meaning to. They don't even have to try and come after you. It just might be surfacing for air and then land on you, whatever it is. And, you know, if you're out there, like, you're nothing compared to them. They don't even notice. Sharks are obviously, they've got their scary reasons.
Llama,
They can rip you to shreds.
songs. Keep the hype train going.
I've also
with Stinky
scuba
Larry's
dived with
Ask Good
sharks. And, oh, that's pretty cool. They are scary, though. Thanks, Max. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Maid. Good night. Yeah, giant, like, water animals are just creepy overall, because it's just like, that's just like their world. That being said, I absolutely would love to be near a whale. That's why I'm gonna go kayak with killer whales, which I know aren't technically whales, but whatever. There's supposed to be humpbacks around there as well. And, well, it got pushed back another year because COVID, so I was supposed to go this past fall, but so that'd be fun. Whoa, Jesus, again.
Greetings.
They are extra nasty in there. I don't think orcas are whales. I think orcas are fish, technically. Dolphins? I don't know, something like that. Dolphins? Yeah, there you go.
I am overburdened.
So regardless, they're big, and I think that'd be really cool. So, but I really want to go see, like, you know, like kayaking with killer whales would be cool, but I want to have some humpbacks up here.
If you are planning on kayaking with whales, definitely watch this video.
Is this like a don't watch this video? Kayakers nearly swallowed. Yeah, we're gonna not watch that one. It said nearly, though.
Fun fact though, all dolphins are whales.
Is that actually true? I don't believe that one is a true fact. But what honestly is pretty scary as well, bears, man. Bears are scary. Cause like, especially like, you know, grizzlies or polar bears. I mean, like a black bear or something, okay. But polar bears and grizzlies are just like the scariest. And there's just like no escaping either.
Help me!
Hey man, just started watching your speedruns 2 days ago for D2 Resurrected Height. Have never knew about speedruns till I saw yours. Learned
Nice.
a lot in prep for D2 Remastered.
Welcome
Lol,
over.
been waiting for you to live stream man, thanks for vids and info.
Thanks, Jay Park. Appreciate that. Grizzlies just want to scare you off? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure grizzlies just
If it's black, fight
kill.
back. If it's brown, lie down. If it's white, say good night. Bears.
Yeah. Exactly. But I'm pretty sure grizzlies just murder you if they feel like it.
Fun fact, some bears are also whales.
Now that one I'm not 100% certain on, but I don't think that's right. Plug it for the game. Oh, okay. That could be interesting. Would I rather fight a grizzly bear or a Nile crocodile? Crocodile. One, I'm pretty sure the croc will kill me faster. But additionally, I just have to find a tree and then I'm good. With the grizzly, you're just pretty screwed. Like... Also, if you've ever been to the Anchorage airport, they have a grizzly there. Like a stuffed grizzly. And the thing is like so big, you guys. Its hand is like this big around. I mean, people don't understand how big grizzlies are. They are huge. I mean, they are absolutely gigantic. It's kind of like people don't understand how big a moose is. People think a moose is the size of a horse. You are wrong. A moose makes a horse look like a pony. They are giant. The first time I saw one, I was like, it just took me by surprise because I thought it was like a big horse. But I mean, a moose can stare into the second story window of my friend's house because he has a picture of a moose staring into his second story window. Like, and they're also really aggressive and they're just giant jerks. Like, they're just the meanest. They'll just trample you because they're bored. Where's the video of that moose? Here you go. Here's that one video. With the thing where the moose comes out. Oopsies. Not that one. That one. There you go. Oops. There you go. That's moose. You know the size of that car. That is a moose. This is a larger moose, but it's still a moose. And there are plenty of them that are this size. This is still, like I said, one of the bigger ones. This one towers over the SUV. But I'm telling you, my friend has a 2-story house. And there is a moose looking in his 2nd-story window. Standing outside. They are huge. I believe the plural of moose is just moose. You guys don't just want to watch my face? Fine, I'll put the game on. I was gonna give you the Mr. Llama reaction full screen when I find the Mang songs, but I do like high-level PvP, but everybody who competes in it is, you know, big JSPers, and it's too much gear with all that stuff.
Moose Song's lesson.
Moose Song's lesson. I do like Iron Man PvPs and things.
I am overburdened.
I had a dream I found a Zod rune. I'm just remembering now. I don't know why that's relevant, but there you go, Goblin. 11:30. Good night. So yeah, I just remember, like, I went up to Alaska and I saw like moose. Literally, like, I was walking around the town and then a moose just kind of walked out into the street. And so I just gave it space, but I was like, what? It was so big. And it wasn't even the biggest one I'd seen, because then we went moose watching later and went and looked at different ones. And I mean, I was blown away with how big they were. I couldn't believe it. And then we parked our car, and the ravens, I guess, crows, whatever, that were this big, ravens that were like 2 feet tall, were hanging out on the dumpster, and I was like, wow. And then my friend, when I went fishing there, all the fish were like this. I mean, everything in Alaska is just monster sized. Yeah, it felt like going to Kong Island. Just like everything. And then I saw the grizzly bear in the airport, right? The stuffed one, and he's huge. And I was like, is everything just twice the size in Alaska? Like, I mean, you feel small when you're up there, man. You feel small when you're up in Alaska. Oops. The woofs are also massive? Probably. I haven't seen any woofs. I did see some reindeer. One person in town owns reindeer. They just have like a little cage area, backyard, where they have reindeer walking around.
Fresh meat.
Thanks, Beach Dog. I haven't seen any caribou. Oh, I guess they would be caribou. I get, okay. Ooh, 14 ED. 2 AR. Yeah, I guess they would have been caribou, you're right. Am I from Canada? No, I'm from Texas. And everything's bigger in Texas, but everything is actually bigger in Alaska. How's the freeze? Oh, it was like 65 today or something. Do I know Asmongold? Like, do I know him or do I know of him? I know who he is. I have not done anything with him. He plays WoW and I play Diablo too, so. Ever bumped into him? I live in Dallas. I think he's in Austin, right? Yeah. So he lives, I mean, everybody lives down in Austin, honestly. Maybe we should move to Austin and go join up with all the people. I mean, I like Asmon. I don't know Asmongold. I'm not sure if he's actually a nice person or anything. I think he is known for raging maybe somewhat and not being nice with certain things. But from the little bit I know of him, I like his philosophy at least of, you know, living minimally and appreciating what you have and stuff like that. I think we're both cheap, frugal people and aren't like crazy with all that stuff, but that's right. He saved tons of shower water, and I aspire to that as well, you know.
Meow.
That's
Can't
why I
wait for
shower once a
resurrection.
week, to try and save as much water as possible. Lazarus, thank you very much. Thank you, Veach Doggy from before as well. Did I still run the tunnels? Yeah. Just decided to do a little pits today. If Aspen walked into my room, would I kiss him? No, probably wouldn't do that with anybody. So, you know, it's kind of a weird thing to do to someone you've never met. Besides, like, the, you know, European kiss on the cheek greeting thing. Which I'm so bad at. I gotta say, the whole time I was in Italy and wherever, and I was meeting all my relatives and all of that, I'm terrible at it. They'd always come up and I'd go for the wrong side of the cheek to kiss, and then it's like this awkward thing, and I'm trying to grab their fit and they're grabbing mine. I don't know how to do the kiss, you know, the friendly kiss hello. I'm bad at it. And then sometimes it's one time, sometimes it's 1, 2, sometimes they do like 1, 2, 3. You never know how many times you're gonna do it. And so I always stop at the wrong number. I have no clue how to do the kiss hellos, and it's awful because all my Italian relatives kept doing it. And I just failed so much. And I feel like when I go and hang out with Mama and Papa Botez, they're also gonna do that. And then it's gonna be like, ugh. You know, they're gonna be like, well, he's weird, and
I've always gone to the left first and don't actually kiss the face. Lol usually works out.
right, but then they kiss your face half the time. It's right side then left side, but she just said go to the left. Actually, Dottie, are you a guy or a girl? I'm not sure. Or other.
Saw you went full-time stream, giving you Twitch Prime for good luck.
Thank you. You do one side there only? What side do you kiss, Isabel? Do you go to the right or do you go to the left? Thanks, Ultra. I appreciate that.
Join my army of the dead.
I mean, I can be whatever you want me to be.
Perfect. All right. Well, Dottie's... They... Yeah, another one. Indifferent, it just happens. See, you guys are the people that make socially awkward people like me struggle in life. I need a rule book that I can open up and study and practice on my chair or my pillow or whatever. Okay? When y'all are just like, oh, you just react in the moment and it's just how it happens naturally. There's nothing natural about my interactions
Congrats
with
on
people,
full-time
you know?
stream status, llama.
Now I just have more anxiety for the situation. Thanks, Xyleon.
Do you ever go back and watch your D4 demo video and see how hyped you were? I just got done watching the first 30 minutes again. Lol, I can't sleep, so I come watch Llama's stream.
Aww. I don't. Maybe I should. And now with COVID, I haven't seen anybody in a year because I stay inside like a good little person. Who cares? 50 gifted subs to practice on the chair right now. Done deal. When the subs hit, you got it. You always go for right side first, and it always ends up working. I've seen more people say go right than left.
Interacting with people? Who does that?
I know. But when you're forced to go see relatives, or meet relatives, or whatever it is, you know, it just happens. Mom drags you over and you gotta be there, and all of a sudden they're going in for the kiss and you don't know which way to go, and then you end up kissing them on the lips maybe, or you get in this weird pullback situation.
Fresh meat.
V5 Death with 5 gifted subs. Mwah! Thank you so much. Appreciate that. There's 5. Oh, now it's a collective 50? Wow. Y'all dirty. Y'all dirty. I'm pretty sure vacant is the one. Thanks, Dottie.
I found a guide. Italy is the only one that starts on the left.
Really? See, maybe that's what it was. Cause usually it's right kiss, and you never know right, left, if it's 1, 2, or 3. This is actually very interesting. All right, we need to go look at this because this is, I mean, check this out, you guys. This is what I need right here. The cheat sheet. Look at this. 1 kiss, Colombia, Argentina, Chile, Peru, Philippines, which makes sense because, oh wait, hold on. Oh, well, maybe that doesn't make sense. Well, Cuba as well, because I'm pretty sure Cuba girl did 1 kiss on the cheek and her friend. So I think Cuba is also in here. 2 kisses is Spain, Italy, Greece, Germany, Hungary, Romania. Okay, so I need to expect 2 kiss from Mama Botez. And Middle Eastern countries are not between opposite sexes. Huh. The number can differ per region. Well, that's confusing. 3 kisses is these countries: Netherlands, Switzerland, Egypt, and Russia. Okay, so I need to expect 3 kisses in Russia. And then you also get a bear hug. Okay, the logistics. Right, and then there's the do I do lips to cheek? Exactly. So, in Spain, Brazil, you start by leaning on the right cheek to right cheek before moving to the left side. The primary exception is Italy, which starts on the left. See, that's why I was so confused. Then there's what do you do with the rest of your body? Because if you're too far away, then you come off as aloof or unfriendly. So do you give him a hug? Oh my God. Because I always thought it was the right side, and then I went to Italy, and I was going right, and they were going left, and we're meeting up, and it was this weird, and that makes more sense. Now I don't have to think as much. Okay, I'm gonna study this. That is the perfect guide. Thank you so much. Once again, you are seeing my face. Life is stressful. Kiss tutorial. So right then left, except in Italy, and then I go left and right.
Fresh meat.
Next time, when you're unsure, just go for the headbutt.
Okay. Okay, let's finish this run. Vacant! With 50 gifted subs. Let's bring in a taller chair that's more my height. Okay. Tight pants. Thank you. All right, so we have to first establish where are we kissing? Not where, but what country are we kissing in? You know, we got to start with a country. Are we in Italy? All right, I'm going back to Italy. Jesus. Right, so Chair and I are approaching each other. In Italy, I'm going to grab probably right around here. And then, hold up, does Italy like kissing on the cheek? I feel like Italy is a cheek kissing kind of place. It doesn't tell me if I'm supposed to actually touch or not. All right, let me do. Mwah! Mwah!
A gift for you.
Ah,
Who is this strapping young
bravissimo!
lad?
Ciao,
All
bella!
clean-shaven
You know,
and magnificent.
como stai? You know, all that stuff. All right, that's the Italy. Now, if we go to Russia, then we're coming in. Oh, photo chess. Oh, it's so lovely to. Well, that was kind of a weird grab. All right. It's so lovely to see you. How are you? Oh, mwah, 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 and then a bear hug. You got it right there. Right. That's our Russia. Now, switch it up. Right. Boom. Romania. Mama Botez comes over. Mama Botez, so good to see you. Oh, mwah, mwah. Ah, hello. You know. So, that was awkward. Okay. Romania's two kiss, right? Two kiss, start on the right. Didn't even greet the chair first. Yeah, you did. I'm still not sure where I'm supposed to grab the individual.
This is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Which is the... Do you grab their head?
Join my army.
Or do you grab their, like, shoulders?
You're a natural.
Aw, thank you. No grabbing? You just do it in the air? Because they grabbed, like, my head,
Oh my
I'm pretty
God.
sure, in
Kids
Italy.
don't do drugs. Or this is what's to be expected. Yeah, no, it was awkward. Also, I like how you struggled to get up.
Oh,
Man,
it says,
sucks
for
to be
less
30
familiar
years old.
relations, you're best served by
Kappa.
gently placing your hands on the person's shoulders. You do grab the shoulders. Wow. There you go. There's only confusion when you go in for a hug without the kiss. I've done that before. While your partner puckers and the misread leads to your
Italy
faces
kisses
mashing
right on the
together.
flower, Mr. Llama.
I've done that as well. That is a very common mistake that I made where I just went for the hug and they went for the kiss hug and it was, you know. Vacant. Thank you for the 50 gifted
when you
subs.
Go for the right, but then even she doesn't know either, so she goes for the left. But
Right?
judging by her momentum, you actually think it's the right, so you immediately change sides.
Yeah.
Oh, then she changes sides as well, and instructions unclear.
Give me anxiety just typing that, Korean. Grab does not equal gently place. But that's grabbing. Alright, well.
I can't carry anymore.
I'm sure there's room to be debated on that. Oh my god. Go for the Mr. Bean where you push him away and go for the handshake. That's true. Hey man, post-COVID times. It's gonna be weird just interacting with people in any capacity. Tell you what. Mwah! Conan the employer. Thank you so much.
Fresh meat.
Xenos guy with 10 gifted subs. Wow.
Fresh meat.
Dottie_90 gifted a tier 1 sub to Minos 1337. They have given 13 gift subs in the channel.
Wow. Mwah! Thank you, Dottie. Mwah! Thank you, V5 Death. Mwah! Big kisses to you, Xenos. Thank you for the 10.
Fresh meat.
Trying to explain why I was... Which cheek are those air kisses landing on? Don't! Don't make me have to consider that. That's too much to think about. YR Yum and Dr. Lol TV, thank you both. Those kisses land on whatever cheek you want them to. Alright, right or left? Your country's pick. Aw, that's sweet, V5. No, okay, the right or left, these face cheeks. Real mature, chat. Ridiculous.
Fresh meat.
Conan with 5 gifted subs. Mwah. Face cheeks. My right or their right? Wait, it's the... my right. We don't know where those lips have been. They've been around a big old thick Chipotle burrito. BYD. Hey, buddy. Is that what they call?
Apparently all you needed to do was kiss your chair for subs.
Pop quiz in 1 week. Oh, God. Well, it seems like Latin America is 1 kiss on the right for the most part. Europe seems to be 2 kisses on the right. Or... Thanks, V5 Death with 5 as well. Mwah! Or 3 kisses, depending on the country. Europe's kind of got a little mix. Middle East is 2 kisses starting from right. And Italy is 2 kisses from left. So... covers a lot of it. I'm an international kisser now. Well, cheek kisser.
Fresh meat.
MROY16 gifted a tier 1 sub to Llama Chair.
Face
They
cheek
have given
kisser.
13 gift subs in
Thanks.
the channel.
Forgot we have to specify because we have a bunch of 7-year-olds in the chat.
I am overburdened.
What about the Czech Republic? Was that on the list? It's 2 or 3. Perfect, Raggets. I'm studying for my big test. Is this now chair girl? She's just a chair. Just a chair. It's the 0809 days. Those were good days. No kissing allowed on any cheeks in Korea. That is true. Nobody kissed me on the cheeks when I was in Korea. Or Ireland, I think. Yeah.
A gift for you. Mwah.
Mwah. Thank you, Jen. What was I doing in Korea? Hanging out. Going and watching StarCraft. No, I went and hung out with DJ Waters. And we just spent like, what, 2 to 3 weeks just chilling. Doing Korea stuff. It was dope, man. I had a great time. I loved it so much. The food was so good. Everything was so cheap as well. Because the dollar is strong there and does well and all that, so. No, like I said, we had no cheek kisses.
Stay a while and listen.
Did some IRL streams. Yep, I went to GSL vs. the World. All sorts of stuff. Hung out at the red light district. That was an accident. The red light district is right next to the mall, and it's hard to tell which turn in it's to the mall parking lot, like the garage, and which one goes to the red light district. They're literally right next to each other. Yes. Sarah won, I believe. Or he was second? Did he win or did he get second? I think he won. It was very strange. I'd never been to a red light district before. So I didn't know where we were at first. Because it was still a little bit earlier in the day, so like they weren't all... I don't know if they like pose in their glass frame houses or what. They were just kind of walking around like getting ready or something. I don't know. I wasn't sure. And Club Kinky could have been a dance club. It could have been a dance club. How was I supposed to know it wasn't? Yeah, they weren't like advertising yet. You know, maybe a couple of them were, but for the most part, they were just kind of like walking around, hanging out in their homes or something. Do they live there? I don't know. It was fascinating. I'd love to learn
Many
more
moons have PS Arch since I found
and
the
visit
monarch
again
shield
for
beside me.
historical and
Since
learning
then,
reasons.
I've tried to forget the uniques I've left behind upon the cold earth. But there's one item, and I crave for its bestowment. There's some blank check mark to my chagrin somehow.
Mang songs. I mean, doesn't it seem like an interesting thing to learn about? Because it was literally right next door to the mall and the police station. So I thought that was interesting as well. So, you know, like it's a protected, accepted thing, I guess, in South Korea. I don't know if it's legal, if they just kind of like accept it and turn a blind eye to it, sort of thing. I don't know. Illegal in quotes. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the police in South Korea were pretty like weak or unimportant. It was just very different coming from America, where the police are just kind of, you know, a little bit of a gang and kind of do whatever they want and are very much overly powerful, one might say. We don't need to get into the politics of police here. But the police here, like, do a lot and are, you know, have a lot of power. And over there, it felt like they didn't. You know? It was like you could kind of break laws or do things, and the police weren't really the force to stop you, but a lot of people just didn't do stuff because it was just like, nah. And like traffic laws over there were more like traffic suggestions. So like people just if they wanted to go through a red light, they'd look around and they'd go through a red light. And the parking, oh my God, the parking. People would just park anywhere. Literally anywhere they wanted to. They would park. That's how it is in the Philippines? Yeah, I mean, maybe it's in a lot of countries over in Asia. But like, I mean, people would park in the middle of an intersection. They'd be like going and like kind of on the turn, and then they would just stop their car. There was one person who literally just drove on the sidewalk until they found the store that they wanted to get in front of and just parked their car on the sidewalk. Like, I'm walking down the sidewalk and they're just driving at me, and then they just stopped, got out, and went into the store. And I was like, hello. Like, they just kind of functioned how they wanted, you know? But it, like, I don't know, it didn't seem like there was a lot of like bad crime or a lot of like bad stuff going on, you know? People seemed very respectful. They took care of like trash and stuff. It was very clean. They cleaned up after themselves. They would gather trash and just create little trash piles along the street. And then the trash man would come along and just pick the trash up. So there was just random like fake pseudo garbage bins that people would just kind of create. And then recycle bins as well. People would also like recycle on their own there, and then they would just, I guess the garbage truck would come by and deal with it at some point. It was crazy, man. Maybe cryptos. I can't decide a video for starting pod. What about like, isn't there like an ice blades or something? I hear that one's pretty fun. So, I don't know. It was just fascinating to me. The parking never like ceased to amaze me. I mean, people literally just pull up in the middle of an intersection and then just see a store they wanted to go to and just get out of their car. Just everywhere. I had pictures on my old phone, but it got deleted. There were some of the funniest pictures of people's parking. So yeah, it was more of like a lawless land where people seem to just kind of treat each other a little better and just be better overall. But like the more minor things like parking and, you know, all of that stuff was just kind of like, you know, you just kind of make it work. And that was just kind of it. Was I surprised by how much Koreans drink? Soju or whatever it was? I was surprised by how much Hot 6 was everywhere. Man. That's true. They had a lot of beer as well. I don't know. The friends I was, the people I saw and the friends I was hanging around with, they didn't drink as much. But there was a lot of, there was a decent amount of alcohol around. But I don't know. I feel like my friends in America, a lot of them drink a lot too, so didn't seem that crazy.
My favorite memory of visiting Jamaica was taking a cab and literally going on two wheels when we went around a curve on a winding road doing 50 miles per hour, narrowly avoiding a tractor trailer.
Sounds like a typical day. It's like 23,000. $150 or 30 subs when we find Mang Song's next run. Alright, when we find it. That's pretty funny, Abe. I doubt they'll enable Plague, but maybe. So yeah, just like going to Korea, to Italy, to Ireland, to Canada, you know, whatever. Just like going to different countries. It's such a like good experience. I really wish more people had the opportunity, because you could really see so many, you know, it just gives you like a completely new way to look at like living, how people live, like what works in other places. And you know, you might have always thought like that would never work, you know, and then you like see it and it's like, oh, maybe it can totally work just fine, right? Like all sorts of stuff. Like I had a friend who went to Norway, and I think he was very like Norway he was more like anti-socialism and all of that, I suppose, prior to going. And then he came back and he was like, guys, we gotta start doing some of this stuff. He was like, it's great over there. He was like, they got so many cool things. Like, stuff works so much better. Whatever things. Like, I don't know. I haven't been to Norway. I don't remember exactly what I said. I just remember he like completely changed his whole tune on stuff. And I haven't been to Vietnam. That'd be cool. Yeah, you know, I think one of his friends had a baby like 6 months ago, and they were still on paid leave and stuff. And they do not have low taxes, no. Which was, I think, always one of his biggest gripes prior to going over there. Was like, man, they pay like 45% taxes or something ridiculous. What a ripoff, yada yada yada. It can't be worth it. And you know, I'm not saying everybody who goes there would see that. Some people might go there and say, nah, it's better to not still.
At MR Lamas, yes, and there is no place like the U.S. I'm military and I've been to a handful of other countries.
U.S. is also very unique in its own way. I mean, especially how many different parts of the U.S. you go to. So, you know, I'm not saying one is superior to the other. Obviously, different countries, different places have their own positives and negatives, and, you know. And some people, it's, you know, what's their like benefit of what they like, right? Like I feel like in America, you definitely get it's a little more like bigger risk, bigger reward sort of thing, right? Yeah, you have a little more risk in terms of things like healthcare and stuff, but there's also like higher salaries in the United States and lower taxes, and so, you know, you can kind of, if you want to, take that money and be whatever stuff, right? I don't know. A lot of people think their country's the best, sure. But I just think it's really interesting, and I really wish people from all around the world really got to do more, like, travel around the world, because, you know, once again, I'm not saying we haven't, the pandemic is its own thing. Many countries, including ours, have failed to deal with it properly. Separate issue, once again. But, you know, to get away from all that, I just think it's super interesting. I just think it's super cool to travel in, you know, something like South Korea, and you're like, it's so different. It's so different here. You know? That's it. I have not been to Australia. I think that would be really fun. Yeah, it's not just seeing the world to like see the beauty of other, you know, places, like the architecture and stuff. I mean, sure, that stuff's cool, but I don't care about that stuff near as much. Like, I much prefer going and seeing the cultures and the way that people live and what's the like norms for people, how they deal with their trash, how they deal with how the police are, all that stuff. Bye, Abe. Freely traveling the world is already top 20%. I agree. I'm not saying being able to freely travel the world isn't a luxury that many can't afford. It definitely is, and it saddens me. I'm not saying people aren't doing it by choice. I'm saying a lot of people can't afford it, and that's very sad to me because I think it's a really good thing. I think it's super interesting, and it's a beneficial experience that a lot of people could benefit from. And I hope that in the future, as we get more and more globalized and everything, it'll be easier and easier to travel around. So that's my hope. There's plenty that can't afford. There's plenty that can't or would but can't afford. There's plenty that, you know, are on the fence with whatever. They might be able to afford it, but they haven't prioritized. I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it also brings you out of your comfort zone, which is, I don't know, I think it's really good, right? It can be really, like, difficult and scary. Man, when you, like, show up in, you know, another airport and all the signs and everything, I mean, there's usually a little bit of English, but a lot of signs and things are just in Korean or in Italian or whatever. And you're trying to like find your way around and trying to like talk to people, but you just have to approach like random I mean, everything is so scary. You don't know like what are the like scams of this country, right? What's the norm? Should I take a taxi or should I not?
I need a key.
It's crazy, man. I mean, you gotta know the scams of all the countries. Do you study a country before visiting? Yeah, so I mean, I at least would study basic things, right? What is the... Like, there's usually a lot of guides online that'll give you, like, tips and tricks for said country. And they'll say things like, when you see this, that means you should actually do this. You know, like, for instance, in Germany, you know, don't cross... There's no right on red when you're driving in Germany, right? That's one. So that's really good to know. Probably true in other countries as well, but like, that's important to know for legal reasons.
See you in hell.
Unholy, thank you very much. No rights on red, like turning right while the light is red. You know, or there could be like, don't cross the crosswalk until the light changes, you know, to like tell you can cross. Like jaywalking is like a bigger thing there or something. Or, you know, in Korea, your servers don't talk to you. So, like, and unless you need something, your servers leave you alone. And you have to kind of call on them as well. That was something that I had to learn for sure. How you doing? I'm good. So, like, if you're in Korea and you're waiting for, like, a drink refill or something, a lot of times you'll just be sitting there waiting. And waiting. And they won't come by. Like in America, they always come by to check on you every 5 to 10 minutes or whatever. Hey, how's it going? Are you okay? You know, like, do you need anything? In Korea, they don't. They just go wait over there, and then when you're ready, you call for them and you say Yogi-yo, which is like, I'm here, kind of. And then they come over and give you whatever you want.
Than the Q
or need.
squad. Hide your daughters, hide your wives, hide your oil. I'm overburdened.
Yeah, or like it's rude to tip waiters. Yeah, I loved the service in Korea. I thought it was fantastic.
That feel when as an American, you wrongly happiness everyone at least knows English, but when you actually go to places like Portugal, Italy or Korea, you realize many don't lol.
Yep. Not Yu-Gi-Oh, Yogi-Oh. You know, so like that stuff, or, you know, tipping is a really important one to study. What is tipping like in the country? If you go to America and you don't tip at least like 15%, it's very rude of you, right? If you go to Japan and you tip 15%, it's very rude of you. So it's like, you gotta know where is it rude and where is it not? I also, like when I went to Germany, I paid with a credit card at it was like a pub or something. And I paid with a credit card. And man, the waiter was so mad at me. It was amazing. They went and dug out the like most rink-a-dink old machine I've ever seen from some like closet that nobody had been in like 5 years. And it was like this, like, I was amazed. I was like, I don't know. So, you know, I tipped like 10% to make up for my inconvenience of using a credit card. Which is very high in Germany. I think I had like a $70 bill I was paying at one point, or 70 euro bill. And I was with Teo, and he was like, just tip like 2 euros because they did a good job. If you really, he was like, don't tip. And I was like, I got to tip. And he was like, tip like 2 euros. I was like, 2 euros? The bill's like 70 euros. He was like, yeah, 2-3 euros is fine. So, you know, it's just different. Just a lot of different things.
I think the main reason for tipping in the USA is because staff get paid stuff all to begin with.
Right. No, our culture is built around tipping because staff get paid literally like $2.30 an hour or something. So if they don't get any tips, their boss will legally have to pay them minimum wage at the end to like bring it up. But the base is they start at like $2.30, $2.50, whatever it is, something like that. So basically their income becomes tips. Yeah, it's one of my least favorite things. I absolutely hate how that, you know, tip heavy we are with all that stuff. I hate tipping. I tip plenty. I just hate that tipping is like required here, you know? It's very annoying. It's like, just pay the person. It's not required and they do pay them. You don't tip at McDonald's, this is true. I mean, if you don't tip in America, it is a very rude thing to do. Some people don't. But it is very rude. And being rude is your right? Sure. But don't ever go back to that restaurant again. Because if you do, they'll spit in your food. Or they won't give you good service or whatever. Like, you can get away with not tipping somewhere, but never go back to that restaurant. Spit in your food is not all of them would do that. I mean, you don't know what goes on with your food. Never treat people who handle your food poorly. I'm just gonna say that. Regardless, they will not serve you well the next time you come in. But you're looking at people who don't make a lot of money, who don't care enough. You're gonna get people who are going to handle your food poorly in the future. If you prove they spit on it, blah, 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 you're not going to prove it. They're going to spit in your gravy and mix it around, okay? Like... I'm trying to give you guys proper advice if you're gonna come visit the US. If you wanna go to a restaurant more than once or don't want to be seen like a jerk, you should tip. That's all I'm gonna tell you. You don't have to. You always have that right. But it is my suggestion. Do you tip on takeout? You don't have to. So takeout is where you can decide. I tip on takeout for local businesses, not for chain.
Says if you're a cop, don't order from there. If you are rude at all, have fun with butt dust and spit and whatever in your food. All fast food places are like that. They get paid so little and it's so expensive, especially here in California.
Yep. Yeah, you don't tip at Chipotle. You tip when you have like somebody waiting on you, right? If the service is really bad from the start, then usually leaving a smaller tip, I find, is the better way to send the message. Uh-oh, Raggets, I've done that. Really bad service? Throw 5 to 10% at them. Let them know. I'm not someone who doesn't tip. I'm someone who is letting you know that your service was not the greatest.
I can't.
Let's get rid of that one.
I can't carry anymore.
Go to bed. See ya. Have a good night. You can also not tip if you would like, if the service was really bad. I think that's also fair. I mean, it depends, once again. Was the service bad because, like, the food didn't come out on time? Not so much your waiter and waitress's fault, things like that. Were they, like, on their phone and never coming by to, like, get your drinks and not doing anything? You know, like... That's kind of usually where the questions come. How was the service bad? Was it actually them? Were they rude and dismissive and got things wrong? You know. Yeah. Yeah, if the food is cold, it's their fault. If the food is slow but hot when it comes out, it's the chef's fault or the cook's fault, whatever. So yeah, by default, I tip about 20 to 25%. Just because, one, I find that, well, I usually go to the same places. And once again, treating the people that handle your food nicely, I find is worth a lot. Not just because, like, oh, then they won't spit in my food, but, like, they prioritize you, they're friendlier with you. It's, you know, it's also, like, not an easy job. Is it ethereal? No, still not. Yeah, and like the staff remembers me at all the places that I go to, and they treat me really well, and they remember my orders, and they throw in free little extras all the time. Like, you know, oh, hey, here's a little sashimi with your order and whatever stuff. So, you know.
fresh meat.
Thank you, Set You Back. The biggest thing I always think about is, you know, my meals are what, like 10 bucks, 15 bucks often, maybe 20 bucks if I'm going crazy on sushi or something. So like, what's the difference between 15% and 25%? Like $1? So I throw an extra $1, which I can afford it. And all of a sudden the person, you know, might feel really excited because like, oh wow, he tipped me 25%. That's so nice. You know, so it's minimal
This is
cost
all
to
for
me.
Financial advice. Dining and dashing will net you a 100% return on your food with no repercussions if you scope out the security cameras beforehand and leave in a different car than the one you arrived in.
Well, that seems like a very intricate plan to avoid paying a couple dollars. So that's always kind of my thoughts, though, is like a couple bucks and it, you know, can make their day or make them very excited. And they're a lot friendlier with me in the future. So, you know, like I say, I mean, I'll tip 30%, 35%, whatever. Like, you know, it depends what the bill is. On a $10 bill, tipping $3, $4 isn't crazy to me. Because, once again, whatever. Thank you, Butler. Or Butter. Butterless. Mwah. Appreciate that. Yeah, it also depends on the price of the food. Like my local sushi place, it's a family-run business. And the sushi is delicious, and they're very friendly, and the prices are very good. So, you know, for them, I always tip, you know, extra. Even, you know, I've been doing takeout or whatever the whole time, but I always tip takeout and stuff because, you know, I like them. And they remember us, and they love us, and they give us stuff all the time, and it's nice. Yeah, I mean, a lot of sushi places are very expensive, but this one is not. And the sushi is so good.
I am overburdened.
The coast can be pricey. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You can find cheap places and expensive places and quality and all sorts of stuff, right? I went to this one sushi place in Chicago with Cute Dog, and it is still the greatest sushi I have ever had in my entire life. It was so good. But it was so dang expensive, too. It's not anywhere I would visit often. Exactly, SBC. Hate when good food's expensive. I know, it makes it so tough.
I can't carry anymore.
Hate paying for atmosphere? Me too. It's difficult to justify tipping. You talk to a foreigner. It's like, yeah, you tip with food here, but not here. Haircuts here, but not here. I mean, yeah, you tip when you get a haircut. Honestly, I don't know any place where I get a haircut and I don't tip. Pretty much anywhere where somebody gives you a service like that, one of those jobs, you tip at. But like, you don't tip your doctor and they give you a service, but that's because, well, the healthcare industry is a scam. What about tipping for lawn care? Yeah, I'd say, like, when I mowed people's lawns, a lot of the time they would tip me. Not always. Do you tip a plumber? I don't know. I don't have a house. I've never called a plumber before. That's true. I guess like mechanics and stuff, you don't. Yeah. Massage tipping is always my least favorite tipping because it's already so expensive. I gotta agree. Tip service people, not tradespeople. Okay, there you go. It's a better rule. Yeah, I always hated tipping on a massage because I'm like, my whole point is I'm paying you to touch my body. Like at a restaurant, I'm paying for the food and you're providing extra service, kind of, or whatever. Or, yeah. I mean, I guess you're kind of doing that with like a haircut.
I am overburdened.
But I don't know. Maybe it's just because the cost of it. Like a massage is already so pricey. You know? Pay like
Just give them the tip, yes, just a little tip at least.
$80 or something for an
20%
hour.
is a good amount of tip to put in after a good meal.
There you go. Just, yeah. $80, and then you're supposed to tip another like $15, $10 to $15 on top of that. Like, oof. How much would I tip for a tattoo? Well, I'm not a tattoo guy, but if I was gonna get a tattoo, ice bolt. Gross. Actually, that's not terrible with this. If I was gonna get a tattoo, I would definitely tip the tattoo artist. Cause that's like way too much stuff. They can ruin you. $25 per hour of tattooing is what you're supposed to tip. Oof, man. Tattoos are so expensive. I mean, they're cool. I don't really want them, but they're cool, but dang. People be like, yeah, I got this tattoo. It's only 40% of the way done. It's already cost me $1,000. But it's gonna be so cool. I'm like, what the heck?
A gift for you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Iron. I mean, it's a custom piece of art. Yeah, I get it. It's just...
For tattoos, I always tip about 20%, which on a 1,000 tattoo is an extra 200.
Makes sense. Why don't they just charge more for the tattoo? That's just not how it works in America, like I said. It's just, you don't charge more for the service. Instead, you kind of like give the opportunity to the customer. Thank you. So as a customer, you get to decide, you know, whatever. Full arm tatted for $3,000. It's crazy. quality can vary greatly for tattoos. That is true. Lightning Trapper? Fantastic build. Also, yeah, many times people who work these jobs are not making minimum wage.
If you can find a great but unknown artist, you'll pay less than some fancy schmancy big names artist for the same or actually worse quality work.
I am over.
Yeah, that's probably true. So, you know, like, many people, you know, bartenders, things like that, you know, they'll make $200, $300 in tips in a night. On a hot night or something. It's just like, I don't know. It's just the way it is here. Like I said, it's not always, everything about it's not always perfect. I don't 100% love the system. There's definitely waiters and waitresses that work at really high-end restaurants that get giant tips and can clear, you know, a ton every night. Yeah, 1K a night in tips. I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, that's not... But I'm also guessing he's not a garbage, like, waiter, or a waiter that is working at like a little local mom and pop shop either. Like, if you're clearing 1K in tips, you're working at somewhere that's very high end, and there's probably a lot of protocol and all sorts of stuff. Girl in a popular nightclub. That helps. But that's also probably a ton of work. $1K and 16-hour day bartending. I mean, it sounds nice, but at the same time, 16 hours shift of bartending, that's exhausting. There you go, Louie. Imagine bartending at a college bar. Oof. Yep. Oh, for sure. Being a waiter at a high-end restaurant and dealing with the entitlement of some of the people that come into high-end restaurants, I feel like that could be just awful. Is there a reason you don't hit the waypoint for the Act 2 farm area after the pit? What do you mean? Like ancient tunnels? Oh, my build is not built for it. I have to put my Blizzard build on for that. Try being a patron and dealing with the waiter's disdain of your entitlement. Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm sure there's also entitled waiters.
I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore.
Like, I'll tell you what, man. My dad had a retirement
Overburdened.
party at a fancy steakhouse or whatever when he retired a few years ago. I was sitting there eating. I dropped my fork on the floor. I bent over to pick the fork up. I came back up and there was already a new fork sitting in front of me. I didn't even see the dang waiter. Every time, it wasn't with Chris, no. Every time I got up to go to the bathroom, I'd come back to my paper, my napkin perfectly folded, everything like reorganized. I mean, we had a little private room and like, you know, there was like 15 of us or something, and we had like 2 servers taking care of us, but they were so on top of everything. You would have been I mean, you never even knew they were there, and everything just flowed perfectly. It was amazing. Like, they got all their silverware tucked in their little pouches and stuff. I mean, they're ready. As soon as anything happens, it's fixed. So, like, yeah, like, hats off to them. They did very well. I was like, yeah, this is kind of what you expect, I suppose, you know? At the mom and pop shop, you know, they come over a minute later, they see your fork, they wipe it on their shirt, and they hand it back to you, you know? I mean...
I am overburdened.
Give it a little spit shine, maybe. Now that's service. Yep, they comb your crumbs. That's very true. At the fancy places, they comb all the crumbs off every time they clean off your, like, area in front of you and stuff. They're like, this is how big of a piggy you were today. Here's all of your crumbs. I've only gotten 2 level 99s. I haven't pushed hard for 99 on many characters, you know? It's just such a grind. Oh yeah, usually if you want to get a 35% tip from Mr. Llama, his water is never empty. Because I chug water non-stop. As you guys know, my water's empty again. Like, I always chug water. So if I'm at a restaurant, I'll go through 6-7 glasses of water when I have a meal. That's just very common for me. And so if my water glass never empties, you're gonna get a big tip from me, because I love it, man. Is it healthy to drink a lot of water? Yeah, I mean, obviously to a degree. Your kidneys can process up to like 32 ounces of water an hour or something. So, you know, be safe with it. But, you know, if I'm having a nice meal, hour and a half or whatever, 7 glasses with ice, it's perfect. Do I do that purposely to eat less? No, I just love water. I have a drinking problem. Well, okay. I have a water drinking problem. Yeah, that's not great, Cryo. So, water's just so good, you know? And we're supposed to get however much a day. I don't know, a gallon a day or something. Right, something like that. So, I just drink water. And it's also like my in-between thing to do. In between a bite of food, in between talking. It's kind of like a nervous tick I picked up, except not nervous, but just like a tick, you know? You just grab the water and you drink it. So. Agreed, double. Yeah, I've always just been a big water drinker, but I'm just a big drinker overall in terms of like, if there is a drink in front of me that's not disgusting, I will drink it very quickly. It's one of the reasons I never started drinking like alcohol, because I don't sip. I can't sip things, sip a beer for an hour or whatever it is. I just chug. Or I sip non-stop until, you know, it's gone very quickly. So, if I had an endless supply of beers in front of me, I mean, it tastes gross, but let's pretend it tasted good, I would probably drink like 6-7 beers very quickly, because I just drink things very quickly. That's just, I don't know.
Water sucks, Gatorade is better. Didn't you learn anything from that 90s CL Fluffy Bunnies? Hashtag Captain Insano.
You can relate to that, you still drink? Well, that's why I just do water instead. It makes it a lot easier. Beer isn't gross though, it's disgusting, you're right. Aquafina is garbage water. We had to get it because it was the only water available. But it is absolute garbage. I don't know what minerals they put into it. Okay, Dasani is also terrible. You're right. Runoff between those two. I'm pretty sure they're both Nestle, right? Just in different parts of the country or something. I actually don't mind Arrowhead as much. Arrowhead is not nearly as bad. Tap water is delicious.
See you in hell.
Now I'm lucky that I'm at a place where I can drink tap water. Thanks, Three Moth. I know you can't drink tap water everywhere. How you doing, bud? How was the stream? Sparkling or still? Stilles Wasser. Danke. Dasani is Pepsi and Aquafina is Coke. Okay, well they're both garbage.
A gift for you. 25 months good. Strim was good.
Nice. Good. I hate Pellegrino. Sparkling water is so gross to me. I just don't know how people like it. Like, I'm all for it. I'm happy they enjoy it. But man, it is not flavor. It's just bad. Tastes so bad. Ice cold tap water, so good.
Hello.
Tastes like TV static. Yeah. I actually haven't had Fiji water. I think Fiji water's too expensive, right? Isn't that pricey water? Like I say, I drink tap. Tap works for me. If I was gonna have a beer, what would it be? I don't drink beer. Like, I've never drank beer. I've never had any alcohol in my life.
If you are exercising hard for at least 2 hours, Gatorade is much better. Just remember a ratio of 2 parts water to 1 part Gatorade.
Now that
Step
is
your
true.
game up. If you're not sweating, then you're not living. And sweating about your mounting child support does not count.
I can't carry it.
Now, what I actually would do is I would drink water and Pedialyte. Better for you. Get those electrolytes. Tasted like cough medicine, kind of, but it was better than Gatorade for that. Gatorade I always found to be kind of iffy, but then they came out with like, I don't know, there was some certain kind of Gatorade that was a little better, and when I was really thirsty, like if I'm out golfing and I'm on like, you know, the 16th hole and it's a hot summer day, getting a nice Gatorade, I agree, does taste good. But after about half of the Gatorade, you're just kind of done with it. Like, I never want to finish a Gatorade. Yeah, Gatorade's a ton of sugar, so Pedialyte's better. Did I like kimchi? I love kimchi. Kimchi is one of my favorite things ever. Ever. Like, it is one of the most delicious things. I will just cook up some rice and just have kimchi and rice. I don't even need a meat. Just give me the kimchi. Thanks, Lunchbox. Sunny Delight makes my teeth turn to chalk. You know what I mean? You can like, you can squeak your teeth after you drink Sunny D. It is the weirdest thing. No other drink
I am overburdened.
allows you to like grind your teeth in a like chalky way. I don't even know what it is. I don't even know what it is, but it's the weirdest feeling. And that's the only drink that I that's ever like done that.
Join my army of the dead.
Oh my gosh,
I
Dottie.
used to drink a gallon
One
of
sec.
milk every day for a long time.
That's a lot of milk.
Army of the dead.
Sorry us poor folks can't afford Pedialyte. We have to resort to Himalayan salt dissolved in a cup of lukewarm water, which actually works. Just don't overdo the sodium or you will have tremendous
Interesting.
diarrhea, and I mean absolutely positively tremendous.
Interesting. Well, Pedialyte was like, once I, you know, like I said, when I was running track and doing decathlons and stuff, that was my go-to recovery drink. Oh, I do. I remember. I've never found it, ever, anytime. Anytime. Because I like to identify other items, Blue. I believe Evo hit it.
Join my army of the dead.
Like I mean paint the back of the toilet tremendous, close to the velocity of an air compressor paint gun. Oh my, it was definitely too much sodium. I think the porcelain gods were hoping for my death.
It's a little too much information, maybe. Ugh. All right, one more run. Then we're gonna pack it up for the night. We gotta wake up tomorrow and get ready for Twitch Rivals. That was greasy.
I can't carry you.
We're gonna be playing hand and brain chess with Nemo. People like Hikaru will also be there, and Voyboy, and all sorts. It's gonna be a fight. Yeah, I need it. Not Eth. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, I think next week, Zenthom. Come on, Mengsunks! Pit gave us nothing today. Water Walks, Homunculus. It's weak. Weak drops today. Miss GC? Ah, that's okay. Well, Nats, Gaze, Homunculus, Water Walks. You know, they're okay. No TC-87s today. Very unfortunate. Cool. Thanks for being here, guys. I've played against Nemo one other time. One more fun. If you get it, I'll do another 50. All right, one more run. One more just for you. Come on, buddy. Whoa! Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Yes?
What was that damage?
Hi, Llama. You're my favorite.
Thank
Okay,
you.
bye.
Bye.
I can't carry you.
Superior Giant Thresher. Wow. That was so nasty, you guys. That was insane. More archers.
Fresh meat.
I'm overbooked.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Kamoi. And Hot Jacob. Hardcore next season? Really? I know. Archers are the real boss of Diablo 2? But for real. Archers are the real boss of Diablo 2. Might archers are king, man. There is no joke there. Nah. Well, it's worth a try. I might do a little D2R on controller here and there. Okay. GG, you guys. Have a wonderful night. Let's go hang out with Adriana. She's a women grandmaster. Hopefully we'll play again with her sometime. She adopted us last time, unfortunately. Mwah! I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll probably be streaming at like 2 p.m., 1 p.m. U.S. Central, 2 p.m., somewhere around there. And then at 3 p.m. is going to be the start for it. Anyways, say hi to her. Peace. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thanks for all the love. Always a good time. Have a good one.